Hi everyone, I'm Dave Boots, Sales Manager at CoCredo, and today we're talking to one of our long-standing customers, Director Vineesh Madaan from Bluestone Leasing, to find out how the current situation is affecting his business and the leasing industry in general. So the purpose of this podcast is to have an informal discussion about the situation that we all find ourselves in. And we hope that people will find this interesting and helpful. Hi, Vinny. So first of all, Vinny, could you explain a little bit about what Bluestone Leasing do for those that may not know?
Yeah, well, Bluestone Leasing are an asset finance intermediary. We provide and source all aspects of funding for various organisations. We've been going for 20 odd years. And, one of the key aspects, what we have to do is assess an organisation's credit worthiness. And, I'm pleased to say that CoCredo have been a strong partner for us for a very, very long time. And it is the first point of call for all the team when they're checking whether we can progress with a customer.
So in terms of the current situation that we all sort of find ourselves in, how has Bluestone Leasing had to adjust to accommodate for COVID-19 and the current lockdown sort of restrictions?
I think the biggest adjustment we've had to make is ensuring the team can work from home. But whilst working from home, still provide the service that we're renowned for, and that's been the biggest challenge.
Most businesses will be would probably agree with you on that one, Vin. So everyone's sort of working from home now. Were you able to sort of, source the equipment like laptops, etc.?
Yeah, I mean we've got about half of our team already using laptops, and the rest we had to send them home with their desktops. It was a bit of a scramble early on in getting Wi-Fi adapters and headsets so they could use the cloud phone system we have. But yeah, we managed to get the equipment after a bit of ringing around and some false promises by some suppliers, but we managed to get it. To be fair, some even took their work chairs home with them, which we were fine with. So it was a bit of a scramble, but very quickly we managed to get everything sorted and everyone working from home.
Yeah, I mean it's important that that everybody working from home, like you say, is sort of comfortable with their chairs and not sort of sat on a kitchen chair for all those hours of the day. So it's probably a good shout to take the home office chair home. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. In terms of kind of the mental health, which is sort of quite a hot topic, during these times. How do you and your teams communicate?
It was one of our major talking points, really. We wanted to make sure that people didn't feel isolated. We have still got 2 or 3 people who come into the office because we were concerned that whilst we have the technology, were people comfortable, i.e. mentally, would they be able to cope working from home? And some were just not comfortable doing that. So we have allowed a few to coming home. We made sure that there's regular catch-ups and that with managers, but also with each other. So nearly every company communication that goes out, is the key message is keeping in touch, and making sure that everyone is talking to each other. We're not just talking about what business is coming in, but how people are coping and how they're managing their time, which then led us to pick who needed to be furloughed, because if individuals were just effectively banging their heads up against the wall and were struggling, then we would look to furlough them to take that pressure away. And some had childcare issues as well. So we didn't want to add the additional burden of trying to work and justify their work. So we tried to do that.
Yeah, because I think that probably it sort of adds more stress onto the whole situation, doesn't it? Really.
It does, and we're trying to, it's difficult enough at the present moment. There's no point adding extra pressure on.
No, totally agree. Totally agree. Brilliant. Thank you for that. So in terms of the industry, the leasing industry, what's the impact been on the leasing industry?
I mean, the industry's strained. There's funders that are open and happy to lend. They've all tightened up their underwriting because they all need to know how the current situation is going to affect them. And they're also very busy dealing with requests for payment holidays and all that kind of stuff. Now, thankfully, majority of the funders we work with have been very accommodating in providing payment holidays, and we've worked with the funders and the customers to help them get through that. But there's obviously the CBILS loans that we've been helping customers with. There was the bounce back loans that have been introduced. So we will work where we can to try and help the customers through this. But the industry's, things have slowed up. Things are taking longer. Some are pulling out certain areas and certain funding areas, so that it's made it more difficult.
Okay.
But it's still lending. We're still transacting finance agreements.
Yeah, I think from our point of view as well, it's very much the same in the sense that we as I'm sure it is with yourselves, that we want our customers to come out of this and continue to be our customers. So we want to do everything that we can to help them so that we've got that longevity with them.
Exactly.
Is there anything that you've learned that in hindsight you would have done differently?
I suppose the only thing is working from home. There's still a bit of the old school way of thinking, where people need to be in the office to be working. What this has provided us is with the evidence that the business can operate perfectly well with nearly all the team working from home. So we were in the process of looking at that anyway, because we've got major car parking issues at the offices where we are. Sort of outgrown everything. But so it's something maybe we should have looked at earlier and sort of moved with the times, because I said we had the technology to be able to do it. But yeah, I suppose that's one thing. Okay.
And what do you see the new normal being for Bluestone once this is passed, if any?
Yeah, I suppose again it's a similar vein in that just a more flexible approach to the way the team work and how we operate as a business, in allowing people to work from home and work from the office, and not just in the old school ways. Only those external salespeople are the people who were traditionally allowed to work from home or from the office. But to expand that, because we've seen traditionally office-based members do really excel from working at home. So it's about providing that flexibility, and not necessarily having them have to work from the office. It might enable us to employ people who are not near us and still do a good role for us.
For certain personalities, let's not think that everybody's going to want to work from home, but for those it may well help with the balance of the work and home, basically.
Yeah, it's a key aspect really, and takes away travel time and provides people the flexibility when they need it.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that. Have you got any key tips that you could provide to sort of other business owners?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd say is a couple of things. One is try and stay as calm as possible. It's not easy.
No.
When the world seems to be falling around your ears, it is key to try and stay calm. And secondly, plan your cash flow. I mean, it's the cash that's going to get you through this really difficult and uncertain period. But try and manage your cash so you've got a buffer left when we come out of it, because you're going to need to, get out of this situation, and you're going to need the cash to be able to do it. And the main thing is, looking after the team that you've got, because they're the ones who are going to get the business out and moving forward. And if it's taken a bit too short-term view on it, it could damage that relationship with the team and their willingness to do that extra bit once we come out of it.
Some great tips there. So I hope that everyone that watches this has found it interesting and useful. For now, I'd like to thank Vinny for joining us and sharing his experiences and insights. So for now, take care all, and stay safe.